Hello, hello, hello.
Good evening, y'all.
Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday.
What's going on?
How's everybody doing?
What's up, y'all? Happy Sunday. What y'all got going on?
Happy Sunday from home.
What's up? What y'all doing out there? Y'all getting ready to what y'all getting ready to do?
Probably getting ready to go to bed.
Getting ready to watch the
The grand.
Grammy.
Oh, yeah, probably. This is a great time. This is you know what? I cleaned it up. This is a great time to get on. You know that? Just to see. Just to see. Anyway.
Just to see what?
Just to see. So, hey, do us a favor as you jump on, drop your city and state. Hello from Alabama. True Prince, what's going on?
How y'all doing?
How y'all doing? Drop your city and state, like, share, and tag. We know that y'all probably getting ready to watch some television, and that's cool, but that's not going to stop our show. Whatever the case may be, what you're going to be doing, go ahead and do it. Don't hang out on our account.
Mm-hmm.
But we are. I'm Eric.
I'm D, y'all.
And we're coming out of Columbia, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Blank Spot Academy. We decided to come on this evening to talk about some things that we probably been discussing all day.
Yeah.
Probably been discussing this all day. So happy Sunday to everybody. Thank y'all for jumping on to whoever sees this. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you tag. Thank y'all for double tapping. Make sure you like, share, and tag. And also, if you have not done so, we do have a YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is the Blanks Spot. So if you can see us on any of these platforms, it is the Blanks Spot.
Yeah.
So we decided to come on and do some conversing about some things that we have been thinking about today.
Talking about all day.
Yeah. Yep. So every time we come on, it's somebody that inspires us,
somebody or somebody's
or something that somebody has done that inspires us to actually have conversations.
Yeah. Something that we witnessed or something like that. So yeah. So today we're talking about research.
And it's not
how much research do you do?
Yeah.
In your business.
It's not going to be in that traditional sense. Just somebody say, "Hey, go do your research." We're going to get into it a little bit. So if you don't know, we are located in Columbia, South Carolina. We are a sublimation blanks supplier and an authorized vinyl reseller. We just recently became an authorized vinyl reseller, but we've been a sublimation blanks supplier for the last almost 2 years, and we attract a lot of people who are new to the process of sublimation.
Yes.
So it's a lot of people who are new to sublimation, whether they're doing it for a hobby, whether they're doing it for a business, whatever the case may be. We attract a lot of new people. So we always keep our conversations to hear.
Yeah, get around, the newcomers, in this business, because we don't want to. For one, we don't want to talk over anybody's head. So a lot of the conversations are geared around people that are new in business. And we come on here and we talk about things to, try to make sure that you don't go the direction that, maybe we went through, as newbies. So we talk about things like that so that you don't go in the wrong, or to kind of prepare you, not to go in the wrong direction, hopefully.
Yeah, if we can share anything with you that we have experienced on our journey as we go along, if we can share something with you that's going to help you to not have that pitfall or go around that roadblock, or avoid that pothole, then hopefully that will help you out. Hey, Aisha, thanks for jumping on.
Hey, appreciate everybody.
It. So while looking earlier today, at social media, a post came across our page, and I immediately told D about it because is something that's very it's very it's very it's common when people are getting started in a business. People are not doing the research. Businesses, corporations have marketing departments. They have marketing departments, which probably has huge budgets, and they have marketing teams. They have research teams, and they probably spend lots of money doing market research, doing product research, doing surveys, going out into the community, sending out emails, whatever email list that they may have paid for, whatever SMS messaging that they have access to. They're sending out feelers. It's called feelers, right? They're sending out feelers to see what the market looks like and what their customers look like, or their potential customers. But as a smaller business, a lot of people aren't doing that. They just getting started.
Yeah, you just
I'm gonna start a business.
Basically, you winging it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a business,
and then and that's not always good, to just wing it. You want to make sure you do some type of research, especially when you're dealing with, I would say, handmade products. When you're making things, you want that customer to be satisfied, right? So to me, I think that you should spend some time to research that product, research the material, perfect in your eyes that item before you go out and you sell it to someone. Because what you don't want is for a customer to come back and say that that item is crap, and then now you got some bad reviews, right? And what does bad reviews do? Bad reviews lead to no business.
The word, I think the word perfect is used too loosely, and I think personally, I think it's used too much. I think we should be working to get things better.
Yeah.
I think we should be working to get it, but let's be honest, nothing's going to be perfect.
It's not going to be perfect. Right.
It's not going to be perfect. But let's take a process such as vinyl. So I'm not the guru in the house, in the business. Dee is. So I'm gonna ask her a couple of questions. Because she has her own custom business. And what I'm learning is more and more that people are doing custom work without having custom experience.
Yeah.
And they're so in a hurry to get out there to get paid.
Yep.
That they're not taking time to research not just the market, but even research on how to create a custom item.
The correct way, or maybe doing it 10 times to make sure that you get it,
or 50 times,
the
or
way that
times,
it should really be, So it's.
So remember, Bree came in Friday,
yes,
Saturday. Bree came in Saturday. So one of our members came in on Saturday, and she said she had an encounter with one of her associates. She had an encounter with one of her associates that were actually creating a clothing line, and I'm gonna talk about that too. Everybody wanted to put a clothing line out there, but anyway, and they wanted to do a process. And she said she recommended that they go get one thing and they just tat it
focus
up.
On
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get you if you want to do vinyl and you want to put vinyl on cups, okay, or build a brand. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. You want to do cups. Let's say you want to do glasses, and you decide that you want to put the adhesive. Is that what it is?
Yeah, adhesive.
Okay, because I don't know the whole processes.
Yeah.
But you want to put that vinyl on the outside of that cup, the adhesive vinyl, and that glass is not straight.
It's not straight. It's got a curve to it. So
all glasses are gonna have a curve to it. But I'm talking about a bevel. A wine glass has a bevel. Well, before you can master the bevel, you have to master the straight, right? So I see so many people that are out there who are saying, hey, you know what? I don't have time to master this. I just got to put this out so I can start making money. And what they end up doing is either pulling the product or quitting the business.
Yeah. Well, they're spending more money because you put it out there so fast and it's not a good product. So now you're spending more money, having to redo the product because the customer is not satisfied. So why not research it, and why not do it yourself over and over again? Practice so that you don't have to get those bad reviews or the customer's not satisfied with it.
So how much practice you talking?
I mean, for instance, with the glasses, right? Getting that vinyl on a curved wine glass is not easy. It's not easy. There are several different methods out there that you can use to perfect it, right? But if you think that you just done it one time and then okay, now I'm good, no, because the next time you go in and do it, it may not work the same way. So why not perfect different ways to do it?
It may be a different type of vinyl.
It may be a different type of vinyl. The glass may be a little bit different next time. I mean, it's just different things, so you can't just do it one time and think, oh, I'm ready to sell this thing. No.
So we talk about practicing, and when I asked you about how much time or how many times should you try to do it or how much practice, I think because of the way that we were raised, most people were raised to go to school, make good grades, and get a good job. And I know you probably have heard this before, whether it was from me or from someone else. But I want you to think about this. Because of the systematic training that many of us have had, coming from a workforce, coming from a consumer mindset, coming from an employee mindset, going into a business, going to school, sitting down in a classroom, we all think graduation. Everybody thinks graduation. So when you say, well, how long should I do it? How much time till I get to the next level, till I'm good? We think graduation. So when I asked her how much time, I did that on purpose because there's a lot of people who put things on time limits.
Yeah.
Instead of getting better each time you do it.
And there's no way to know how much time. You're going to know it when you continuously do it correct the same way every time. That's when you know that it's right.
It's a pain in the butt to do the curved glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aisha says you have to test your own products, washing, drying, the longevity. Everything that you're saying, that y'all are saying right now, we were discussing this. Let me see. I have an idea I want to speak to you both about. Reach out to you more. Okay, yeah, definitely. So let's go into what True Prince said. Building a brand. We're building a brand. And I'm going to talk about us because I can't hurt our feelings. We're building a brand. And it's taking some time to build a brand. And to get some clarification, I was talking to Dee about it. It's a difference between having an apparel line or a clothing line or building a brand.
An actual brand. It's
brand. A brand is your work, I think. I think a brand is going to reflect on what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. A clothing line is going to be a tag in the back of a shirt. I'm sorry, y'all, don't get mad at me. Do not, please, don't come for me. like Michelle, Sheena said, don't come for me. If I take off this hoodie, and I flip the inside out, you're probably going to see a Gildan tag. Isn't that the brand of the brand of the hoodie? So Gildan may make some tear away tags that you can go back, take your little branding thing in, the little tag label clip, and have that in there, and now you have rebranded the shirt.
Yeah.
But what research did you do for this material? Or did you just take Gildan's word for it that it was a good brand, a good quality, a good texture? What Aisha said about as far as, testing it out, washing it, the longevity, how many washes did you do before you started selling that vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's a Caesar brand or
Yeah.
Cricket
Yeah.
brand or even, our brand now, Stalls, how much did you see somebody wash it or use? What did you ask about the wear and tear? How many washes does it have? What's the care instructions? All those things. Grand Rising, everybody. I know it's evening time. Thank y'all for jumping on. Drop the city and state.
When we decided to get into the eco solvent, we did extensive research on that. We washed and washed and washed and washed and
dried.
Washed and dried and pulled and tugged. That's what we did. We wanted to make sure that when we got this product out there, that we're, you're not going to have somebody coming back saying that after one wash or two washes,
it's faded done. Or it's cracked. And that's
about customer service too, right? Because I wouldn't want somebody to put something out so fast to me, and then now I'm mad because it's wrong, it's not right. And I think people, we do that as business owners because we're trying to get up so fast. We're trying to do things so fast.
Well,
but doing things so fast can really be bad because it can come back to bite you.
But it also goes back to why you started. Did you start because you wanted to solve a problem? Did you start because you just wanted some extra money? Or did you start because you had, you wanted to create something for your family? Why did you start? Mm-hmm. Because anything worth having is worth doing right and doing well. So it may not be perfect, but how can you get it to a percentage to where it's acceptable for the market? Market research. How much do you do? How much do you printable HTV EcoSoft? Yes. Yeah. How much do you do before you release that thing?
Right.
It's
when do you feel comfortable releasing it? When? Do you feel comfortable releasing it after one wash? After two washes? When do you feel comfortable? When do you feel comfortable enough to where you don't feel like your customers are going to come right back to you and say, hey, this is not right?
Can you answer the questions that your customers are going to be asking? Can you anticipate the questions that your customers are going to be asking?
Yeah.
How long before it cracks? We had a customer came in very, very new to the creative space. And she said that she heard someone say that DTF will last for 3 years. I don't know. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that DTF lasts for 3 years. I know
we heard about the washes.
Yeah.
And that's there's really no way. Seriously, guys, there is no way to tell. Because it's going to depend on how that person washes it,
how they care for
it. That's why most of these companies, they'll say up to so many washes.
Yeah.
Like that. So you got to be real careful with your words when it comes to stuff like that. I know that when we first started looking at the vinyl, my first question to Stalls was, okay, well, what is the shelf life of the vinyl?
Yeah, we got somebody locally right now, that's parting with a lot of vinyl from their store. Mm-hmm. And my first thought was, man,
let's go get it.
And I'm was like, how long have
they had it?
And not just how long have they had it, because the shelf life depends on the climate control, the temperature control, how they've handled it, how it was, how long it sat before they received it.
Yep.
All those things. So
that price looked good, but I'm like,
I love it when people talk about they got somebody on the other side of town selling it for cheaper.
No,
we'll see you in a little while. We're like, we'll see you in a little while.
No, we're not gonna go that route because we get that stuff on our shelf, and guess what? It's been on their shelf for 2 years.
Yeah, we have some old. Matter of fact, the vinyl that you see me wearing, the glitter, you'll see me wearing glitter vinyl. We made those shirts. D made those shirts for me, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Yeah. However, watch this. You know how I wash them? I always wash mine inside out.
Yep. It's about
and I never dry.
It's about the way the person cares for it.
Stall shelf life is awesome. I have one roll of Stalls, mine 15 years old, and it's still worse. Yeah, and it does matter the climate of where you're keeping it as well.
Yep.
Like just like somebody tried to tell us about the shelf life of paper, of sublimation paper. Well, I need everyone to understand that if it gets too hot, then what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? If it gets too hot, it's gonna crumble. It's gonna dry rot.
Yep.
And so doing your research, it means a lot of different things. And I know it sounds like a blanket statement. Do your research. But to come out and tell someone who is brand new, who's only worked a job, and this is not a knock on anybody, but someone who's only worked a job their entire adult lives, to do your research, that's a blanket statement. Many people don't know where to get started.
What to do. Yeah.
As far as doing the research.
Yeah.
Take this bottle, for instance. So I was in the military and I was stationed in some hot places. Okay. I was stationed in some really hot places. And it wasn't until I got back stateside that I realized that I could have actually been poisoned because the water would sit on the outside in the 100 and plus degrees weather. It was bottled water. And that plastic can actually, it will begin to melt and, start processing into the water. And I didn't think about that because over there, all we're trying to do is, survive.
Yeah.
But the water that we would process through the iodine tablets and so on and so forth that were actually in a stainless steel container was much better for us than the water that was in these bottles sitting out in the elements. It didn't taste better, but it was better for us because that water would just sit out in the elements. It would sit in the elements, and we were just taking a chance. So shelf life matters. So when you're doing a process, and forgive me if I say something that's not the correct verbiage, she'll probably hit me in the back of the head. But if I say something that's not the correct verbiage, it's not that it's because I may not know. But shelf life matters. And when you're doing a process, especially when you're doing a shirt, I've seen shirts come off of shelves, not ours, but I've seen shirts come off of shelves and you putting them on and they're coming apart like they were bleached because they're dry rot. Or moths have gotten into them, or mites, or any type of bugs, so it's a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So it matters, like even when you're getting into these different types of processes. Eric just brought up something about the bleach, right? So
another process. Huh?
So I've never done that process, the whole bleach shirt type thing, but I think about, bleach is strong.
It's strong,
right? So I'm thinking about the chemicals and eating the material up in the shirt. So by me saying that, I'm thinking, okay, well, what is the life of that shirt now after it has been bleached? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not a process that I ever did, but now I'm thinking about it now, like after all those chemicals have been, put in that shirt, the bleach, the peroxide, what is the life of that shirt now versus what it would normally be? You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that we don't really think about because we see all these different things and now we just want to run and jump in and go do it. Right?
Thank you. I can't pronounce your username. It's Eva. I think it's Eva. I think that's the last name. Thank you. She said that these are the things that people aren't talking about.
Yeah.
Salute to you as well. Exactly. That's my rule of thumb. When I was using vinyl, wash it inside out and hang dry. That's another thing. People are not. A lot of people. They're learning, but they're not giving care instructions.
Yeah.
Well, with these items that
products,
So we got SCF painting.
Hey.
Thanks for jumping on. You found us on TikTok, huh? See, I would be scared to make the sale bleach. Me too. Yeah.
Well, I see it all the time, and it just really made me think now.
Your name's attached to it though too.
What you doing to the shirt?
Yeah, You're totally
it just
changing.
Really got me thinking about it.
You're totally changing the whole dynamics of the shirt. You're putting a chemical into a shirt that already has chemicals in it. Y'all know these shirts have chemicals in them, right? They're processed. Yeah. These shirts are processed.
So I would really love now if anybody is out there that's doing bleach shirts, just for my knowledge, like, does it really, have you had a bleach shirt that lasts a long time? Like, what is that like? Like, how long? What is the shelf life on that now?
Anyway, they don't know.
I'm just wondering now.
They don't know.
That's really got me thinking.
Every day I'm hustling. They don't know.
It's just really got me thinking. Like, wow. Okay.
Hey, kid, what's going on?
That goes back to the research and what we're talking about right now. We get into all these different things, but how much research do we do about it? About that product, about that process. How much research are we getting into? Because not doing enough research can really, really, really hurt your business in the long run.
Aisha said she's bleached sweatshirts. Is that half a year? Half a year?
Half a year.
Okay. Let me see.
Thank you.
What's up, Mike? He said, I don't put in washing instructions anymore. We can completely stand behind what we create. Okay. Hey, your thing, 1 to 2 years. Your thing, you know what I'm saying? I look at, so for me and my background, I look at CYA, cover your dollar sign, right? And the reason why I say that is because if you are creating a brand, or if you're branding your apparel, there are things that are on those tags when you purchase them from the store. And one of those things are washing instructions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of those things are washing instructions. It's something to think about, okay? Not trying to tell y'all what to do.
Even though most people not going to even
it ain't the point. It's not the point.
The point is covering yourself.
Yeah.
The point is protecting your brand or protecting yourself.
Your name, right?
Your name. That's the point.
The minute you don't do something is when something happens.
Yep.
Yep. The minute you don't do something, care instructions. Somebody put a tumbler in the dishwasher and it started to fade, or they left that tumbler in excessive heat in their car and it started fading, and they're wondering about, my tumbler faded. Or you did a license tag and you live in the state of South Carolina and it's fading.
Y'all.
Disclaimers. So I'm not telling y'all listen, I am not telling y'all how to run y'all operation. You do as you see fit. I'm just thinking, because that's what we do. We are thought-provoking people.
You got to think about stuff like that.
And
to protect yourself and protect your business,
Yeah. And if you're in this network, like I said before, we're building a network of business owners who want to grow and build a strong and solid business. And there's some things that we're not going to think about. I would hope that if you have something to add that we may not think about, that, because somebody reached out to me about our shirts. And I mentioned that we sublimate our tag inside the shirt, and they reached out to us, and they made a suggestion, a recommendation, which we had already considered, but I appreciated it because they were like, well, maybe you can get the customer's going to get transfer on the shirt when they resub it.
Yeah.
But we had
already done our research. We had already tested and tested and tested.
But you got to think like that.
Right.
You got to think like that.
So we appreciate, that person coming in saying, hey, well, what if it retransfers? After they
or if it bleeds through.
Or bleeds through. We, at that point, we had already took the measures and thought about that.
Yeah. So shirts that bleed through are gonna be thin shirts. Those performance shirts, C2, A4s, jerseys. I'm just being real. Them shirts that bleed through. We have a thick shirt. But anyway, let me see. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the comments.
Hey, Kia.
I have. Go ahead.
I live by.
Cover your.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said she lived by the CYA.
Yeah. Bella Canvas too. Yeah. The thin shirts bleed through. We don't have thin shirts. But we did do that research. Let me see. I have a bleach sweatshirt, and I've had it for 2 years, no problem. Okay.
And that's all I want to know, because
but see, that's and I want y'all to think about this. I have shirts that have lasted. I've had vinyl shirts that's lasted for 5
years. Yeah.
And I have shirts. I have shirts that ain't lasted 6 months.
Yeah.
So you know, and it's a process where you actually keep on repeating it.
Bethany said, I put care instructions so I can't.
So they can't come back and complain.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Exactly.
Let me see. Valerie says, I wonder about the longevity of bleach shirts too. Aisha says, yes, I agree. And customers will start messaging you and asking for instructions. You know what else customers will do? Customers will ask for another item, another product, or a refund. The customers will do that too. And if not, they'll put your name in the street. See, bad news travels faster than good news. Just want y'all to know that. Just so you know, if you are new to doing what you're doing, I want you to just think about this. This ain't just about making things. This is building a business, and your name is behind that. So that's the brand that you're talking about. Your brand is behind that. That's like all these screen print people using mock-ups and now having to pull their mock-ups. Why are they having to pull their mock-ups?
Pulling their mock-ups?
I know why. I just, I
don't know why.
Miss Ava, why are they pulling their mock-ups? Let me see. T-shirt Lady Kim. Yes, have your policies in place. Absolutely. She said because the mock-up companies stated that they have it in the policies. They can't they can't reuse them. They're saying that so they didn't create their own mock-up. Because the mock-up companies stated they have in their policy cannot let others reuse.
So meaning you can't use that mock-up for your website. Is that what you're saying?
Somebody's probably not creating their own mock-up. There's a difference between going on a website and getting their mock-up versus creating your own mock-up. So gotcha. Right.
Okay.
Communication and policies are a must. Hey, y'all, if I'm reading slow, charge it to my head, not to my heart. I got a Louisiana education, so I can read. I'm very literate.
I got a Louisiana education too, sir.
See, that's the point. So let me see. So if you're just jumping on and you have not dropped your city and state, drop your city and state, please and thank you. I appreciate it. Any tips on how to do research on ordering items overseas, like for wholesale? Yeah, it's a huge tip. You want to give them a tip?
Buy some samples from different companies. Pay for the samples.
Before you do that, though, look at the reviews.
Communicate with if you see something, get in the chat, communicate with these people, ask questions, order sample. Say, hey, can you send me a sample? Yes, it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
But that's investing in your business. Okay. Before we decided on a brand for our paper, I went through, I think it was 10 paper vendors. So that means I had 10 paper vendors to send samples. So that means that I had to pay.
I don't hear that no more.
For 10 vendors to send samples.
Yeah. You want to check the reviews. And just because the reviews are high, that doesn't mean that they're great reviews, but check the reviews. And then you see something you like, then you want to contact that vendor and ask them for a sample. Now, understand a sample. I'm sorry, go ahead.
This sample may cost you. Okay. That one product that you're trying to sample may not cost no more than $5. But that shipping might cost you $80.
But it's gonna save you $800.
But it's an investment.
It's gonna save you $8,000. It'll save you $8,000. You invest $80, and if you're a true business owner, and I want y'all, this is a quick plug. If you are a true business owner and you invest $80 on a sample to test, then you know that you can write that off as a business expense. I would rather write off $80 and choose not to use that sample than to get stuck with $8,000 worth of inventory that I can't move.
Exactly. Kids said Canva can help make mock-ups. Yes, they can. Canva, I know I make the majority of my mock-ups in Silhouette. Canva is a great tool as well.
Probably can't do nothing in Circuit.
I ain't about to say nothing about that.
I need to use care instructions. I'm gonna see if we gotta. Yeah, hey, do me a favor, man. Let's do some. We're sharing some information.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're finding value in it and you'll go and do your research. So The whole purpose is information brings awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness should prompt you to want to be educated, to do your research so you can be educated. So
yes,
we may not give you all the answers. Mm-hmm. We don't have them all, but we're sharing with you some of the things that we go through on a regular basis.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on, Courtney? Long time no hear from.
Hey, Courtney.
How you been?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
But so guys, please take some time out in your business to do research. Don't just go out there and just real quick do something because you see somebody else doing it. You're trying to get it out so quick, and then now some months later, it's not right. And you're having to pull something off of your website or off of Etsy because it's not right.
Just like a copyright infringement, you got to buy the commercial license to be able to use those folks' things. So
yeah.
If you got a question about our website or anything that we sell, feel free. If you can see us up there on the top left or however you're looking at this, the blank spot. Go to theblankspot.com.
Yeah, go to the website, guys.
Go to theblankspot.com. We have over 200 items on there. Yes, we do have sleeves. Joyce, Kansas City, Missouri. What's going on?
Hello.
You can take that Go Chiefs thing right on back. Though we Saints over here. All right. If you're on this call, you're a Saint fan. Now I'm letting you know. If you're on this call, you're a Saints fan today. When you get off the call, you can go back to being whoever you want to be. You be whoever you want to be when you leave. You
about to leave. Her team,
I'm messing with y'all, man.
They
about to do something. I don't know what they about to do. They about to do something. I'm catching
don't
up.
Leave, Kia, stay.
I'm catching up. I tell everyone to call the companies, talk to someone, develop a relationship with these companies. But see,
yeah, and well, sometimes like overseas, that may be a little difficult.
But
but
it goes back.
Possible.
It goes back to this. Some people are moving too fast.
Yeah.
We're building bass backwards. I'm gonna say this again. If you didn't get that, then I'm gonna say it again. We're building bass backwards. We're putting the cart before the horse.
That's it.
And a lot of people,
y'all know that saying.
A lot of people are doing too much too fast. And they're not taking the proper steps. And then they have to go back and take other steps. So for people who are new, because that's who we attract, a lot of people who are new. For people who are new, get around somebody where you can ask questions, but you still have to think about what are the proper steps. So this is something I wanted to say. Stop trying to start a business and you ain't got time.
Yeah.
Please.
You running yourself, what they say, you running yourself ragged. Ragged?
Who that?
Ragged.
That's right.
You running yourself ragged.
Stop. If you
don't have the time, then you
if you work a full-time job,
it's okay.
If you work a full-time job and in your mind you keep on saying, I don't have time. You're working a full-time job, you sliding overtime in there, you got a family, you got other obligations. I get it. But if you're not going to carve out some time to build your business, then it's not a good opportunity or a good time to do it.
Because you're going to always think that you're failing in your business. You're failing in your business.
And you
don't
are.
Have the time.
You're not putting the time towards. Yeah. You're not putting the time towards.
Yes, it's not going to prosper because you just don't have the time for it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's I want everybody to consider this. If you're new, and when I say new, if you under 10 years, now it's gonna sound crazy because we under 10 years. So I'm gonna cover I'm gonna cover mostly everybody on here. It's gonna be some OGs on here. It's gonna be some 20 and 30-year-old people on here that's been in business that long. But even for y'all that we get comfortable, I'm gonna say this. Look at your schedule. Look at your daily schedule. It's 24 hours in a day. 168 hours in a week. Look at what you do every minute to every half hour to every hour to every 24 hours. Look at that and write down your schedule. Take a piece of paper and take some time. Okay, start from the morning time. I wake up at 5 a.m. because I have to be at work at 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that means from 5 to 7, I'm getting ready.
Yeah.
Meaning I'm getting ready and I'm getting ready to commute.
Mm-hmm.
And then from 7 to 4, I'm on this time clock. And then from 4 to 6, I'm commuting back home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And not to mention you got kids, so you got to put all that in there.
I got to pick my kids up for
daycare. Yeah. Bobby got soccer practice.
Not Bobby.
Saturday.
What Whitney got?
And Whitney got dance school Monday and Sunday. So
yeah,
it's a lot, y'all. We know.
Write it down. And then write down all the way to the time that you get home, you get dinner prepared, and write down the time that you now have time to do your business before you lay down and get you some rest.
Yeah. Even if you're using, some platforms that'll let you maybe schedule your posts, you have to write all that stuff down and get all that stuff, scheduled. That way you're not feeling so overwhelmed, because we know, guys, that it's hard working a job, taking care of the kids, taking care of the wife, taking care of the husband. That's a lot. So you got to prioritize that 24 hours out of your day. If that means that you got to cut that TV off for one hour so that you can work on your business, then that might be something that you need to do.
Kia says, she be trying to make time for everything, but it
don't always work.
It ain't gonna. You can run out of time.
Time gonna run out. I'm telling you, time is gonna run out every time, y'all.
6 years. Gonna run out. Past 6 years worked full time and work business 7 days a week. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and create content. So what y'all talking about over here? Because see, I'm gonna tell y'all, right. I'm looking at SCF Painting. Says I had to rewrite my schedule and cut out overtime from my job. I turned that $30 to $40 overtime an hour, dedicating to my business $125, $175 an hour. See, let's talk about that.
Now that's
let's talk about that.
So she said she cut the overtime out so that she can concentrate on her business.
To make more money in her business.
To make more money in her business.
That's confidence.
Huh.
But I know it makes sense. But see, you know what? When people be talking about faith and stepping out on faith, that's confidence in what you're doing, and that what you're doing is going to work out in your favor because you are committed. Through it all, I made it. How you doing? Drop your city and state, please, and thank you.
I think that's the first I ever heard anybody say that.
I mean, work smarter, not harder. You broke it down.
That's awesome.
You broke it down for people who. So, learning how to leverage, that's truly leveraging your job to build your business. Learning how to leverage. I'm not saying that you may not have to work some overtime some days. Maybe you pick the days that you work overtime and the rest of the days you work straight so you can dedicate that time to your business. But if you don't have time to work on building your business, then you ain't ready to build no business because it takes time. That's just like saying, hey, you didn't have a baby, but you ain't got time to take care of it. You know what's going to happen, right? I can't say it on here because they'll cut us off. But you know what's going to happen. It's the same concept. So, you guys just jumping on. If you're just jumping on, please do us a favor. If you haven't done so, drop your city and state, like, share, and tag. Double tap the screen. If you're out there on TTAC. TTAC, I keep on saying different things. TTAC land.
Another thing, y'all, do y'all's research when it comes to the types of items that you guys are putting out on these marketplaces, and know their rules. Know what they allow and what they do not allow. Okay? Y'all have to know this. Because if you don't, and you put something out there, and all of a sudden, man, I'm making 10 grand a month. But it's not right. And they catch up with you. Now you're done.
I'm just about to kick the door down on this one, right? So I'm about to make somebody mad.
Do your research when it comes to the types of items that you are putting on these marketplaces. All right.
Number one, understand what copyright and trademark infringement means.
You know it's coming in.
Understand what copyright and trademark infringement means.
Yeah.
If you don't have to be so well versed on it till you know all the laws and the rules, but you do have to understand that if somebody has a trademark on it, if it is copyrighted, then you don't have the ability to use it, then you're using it at your own risk.
Yeah.
Okay. So we gotta stop getting upset when because these platforms are getting hit. They're getting hit, so they're tightening up their procedures.
Yeah, because they're not going to get shut down for what you're doing.
Now this is a whole nother conversation. I'm about to go left. I
just wanted to bring that up because that's a part of doing research, and we can leave that there. That can be for another day.
I'm gonna do this now because you did it the other day.
Another day.
You did it the other day. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it right now. Now I'm gonna be done with
That's a part of research, though.
We already know that a lot of these big companies and corporations have gone to other countries and taken patterns and they brought them back to the United States.
Yeah.
And they've copyrighted and trademarked them. We already know they stole them from other countries.
Anyway,
but this country says that you have to do certain things. And these platforms, you think Etsy about to get hemmed up because you selling some stuff that you ain't supposed to be selling? They're gonna clean it up now. It's just a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time. You might get away with it for a little while, but it's just a matter of time. You know, when these people see that their livelihoods are on the line, they're gonna start cleaning it up.
So now
that also means the websites as well.
Websites too.
Just because you're not on like one of these marketplaces and you have your own website.
Yeah.
Same thing.
They'll smash you there too.
Same thing. Okay.
They'll smash you. They'll come and serve you with some papers.
Same thing.
So that brings me to a point of being creative. It brings you to a point of being creative. You may want to change what you're doing. Once again, doing your research, doing your market research. Your customers may want something on the low, something that resembles a famous design, but you got to decide whether you're going to do it or not. If you're going to do some type of resemblance or likeness or something, you got the colors or something. You got to think about these things because this is your livelihood.
I just remember, me, young in business, in my crafting business or creative business. This was probably about 5 years ago. And I only had a website. I wasn't on any of these marketplaces, but I received a cease and desist for a design that was on there from my website. It wasn't on a platform. So I didn't know nothing about that. I was like, what is this? And that was a part of me learning, so I learned from it.
Originality is a must. Well, some people don't know how to be original. That means you have to pay for designs. Make sure even as you pay in for designs that those designs can be reused.
Are original, exactly. I know we have
and how many times it can be used.
We have one of our members. She does children's books, and she wanted to talk to us about getting some advice regarding the characters that were in the book.
Yeah.
And, she talked to us about how they were created, and the first thing we asked her was, okay, can it be copywritten or
can it be trademarked?
Or, what I'm saying? Is this original content from that creator? Or does somebody else have this same little girl in their book? You know what I'm saying?
Or characters, yeah.
Or character. So if you're going to places like, say, Fiverr. How you say it? Fiverr, right? So and you're asking these people to create designs for you. First thing I would say or ask is, okay, can this be one of a kind? Is it a one of a kind? Can it be trademarked? Because
I buy it as exclusive to me?
Right. Because you may go and see that same little, like I said, same little boy, little girl in somebody else's book, but you're trying to trademark it. So it's the questions that you ask and the research that you have to do.
Ava says, how do you know if you're purchasing a design that's original? You don't. So you now paperwork and documentation beats conversation. Yeah. So now you're taking a chance. So it may not be the best option to go to a place like Fiverr for certain things.
And you may be able to do a what they call a image search. You know, you can do an image search.
Yeah.
Listen, Google holds a lot of information, y'all.
Yes, it's a nice resource.
You can do an image search. You can do an image search with the, you know, you can maybe do that with the USPTO to get some information from there. But
USPTO.
Yeah. So
so it's and once again, like you said, like the young lady said, a lot of people are not talking about these things. And if they are, they're talking about it behind closed doors. They're talking about it in a class. And to be just my opinion, to be perfectly honest, these are conversations that business owners should be considering. Change your circle. If you hanging out with a couple of people and y'all not talking about stuff like this, if you're not talking about business, how to enhance, how to grow, how to build, how to mature your business, then you know, you may be hanging around the wrong crowd. That's Mike. Yeah. Mike said, waking up to a cease and desist letter in your inbox ain't no fun.
Mike, it ain't no fun. I didn't know what to do. I was like, what is this? And then I started doing my research. I was like, oh.
Back at you, invisible.
Okay.
It's
that means that I cannot use this.
Yeah. So I mean, so we started off and y'all just jumping on. We're talking about doing research and what it actually looks like. And people say it blanket, you know, so they make blanket comments about, you know, do your research. And somebody who's new, they're like this, man.
You don't know what to do.
What do I do? Where do I go? You know?
Yeah.
There are some steps that you should take first if you're going to start a business. I would first look at how much time I have.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have time to learn a skill set, if I don't have time to learn how to do a process, then I don't have time to start a business. If that's what I'm going to be doing. Because if you think about it, you're thinking that you're going to just do this thing 1 or 2 times. Now I'm going to give me an Etsy platform, or I'm going to get a website and I'm going to start offering this product. And then you get overwhelmed because now the thing that you was doing 2 or 3 times, you did a good couple times, a few times, but now you're having
issues with it because you haven't learned, you know, maybe tricks of the trade or a different way to do that same thing, you know.
Well,
sometimes it takes that.
So the original designer, if you look at, so I want you to do your research. I want you to do this. I want you to go on the search engine and search a name for a picture, search an image. And then on that image, it's going to say something like this may be copyrighted.
Yeah. Most of them are going to say that at the bottom. This image may be copyright or something will say, but you'll see that on
even as people are using images and creating things. Who was that came in? Miss Cat came in. She said something about she wasn't gonna pay for something. She's not gonna pay a thief. She said,
yeah, she did.
I'm not gonna pay a thief.
She said, no, she said, we asked her where she got something from. She said, I stole it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay a stealer. She said, I'm not gonna pay a stealer.
She said, I stole it because they probably stole it too. And I'm not gonna pay a thief.
I'm not gonna pay a stealer.
We just bust out laughing. And she was like, that's not original to them. So I stole it.
Like, even when you look at these platforms, these design platforms that's hosting these things. I can't speak to it, and I'm not trying to pour salt in anybody's game, but you can't. There's questions to ask. There's questions that you should ask. And yeah, you can hire a designer. You hire your designer. But I mean, if you are afraid to ask these questions of the person that you're doing business with because you worried that it's gonna make them uncomfortable, then you don't need to be doing business either.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some uncomfortable things. You can hire an artist and have them tweak it. Well, you got to be careful with that too, Mike. And tweak is a little bit. It can't have any likeness.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful that you take the likeness away from it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like Betty Boop, for example.
Hard. Yeah.
Betty Bop. Betty Bopp wasn't originally. Betty Bopp was black. Did y'all know that? But it doesn't matter if you change Betty Bopp's skin tone. The likeness is still the big eyes, the big cheeks. It's Betty Bopp's likeness. So
I was looking on a platform the other day, and I didn't realize that one of these famous rappers, their daughter is in court right now because there is a doll out there resembling their group. So they taking these people to court.
Betty Boo, I'm sorry. Thank you. She said, I guess I'm gonna have to change from cricket to silhouette after some research today. Yeah, so they're taking on the court.
Yeah, they're in court right now because these people created this doll that resemble their daughter's group. I was like,
Well, because you didn't get permission. So let's say we were famous, right? And somebody said, hey, you know what? I'm going to create a character that looks like us. And I hope I'm putting a seed out there.
And I'm going to change up this or I'll change up that. But you can really still see that it's Eric and D.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So have we given you permission to make money off of our likeness? Did we sign some documentation? I want to plant a seed because you may not like how you look, but while we're sitting here trying to create all these characters, go back to your childhood pictures. I'm just saying, y'all do what you want to do, but you know, it goes back to this, and I got to hit the point.
And I know it's hard, y'all. It's hard being creative. It is hard. It's just easier to go find something and but it's hard, I know.
I'm gonna go back to what True Prince said earlier. True Prince said that our branding, right? So people want to create let's see. I thought y'all already famous, at least in the craft world. Nah, bro.
Not even close.
Nah, bro. We just having fun.
We just here.
I don't even want to be famous like that. Not for this.
It's
too much drama. It's too much drama over here, dog.
In craft world.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, y'all. Somebody made me get up and come see about some people, man. I can't do that. But now, like True Prince was saying though about the when we was talking about branding, right? Say you want to brand a clothing line. You want to do a clothing line. You want to do a clothing line, okay? And you have now, what comes first, the clothing line or the logo? Are you actually doing have you actually created a logo, or do you have a picture?
Well, to me, when I think about a clothing line, that means that my logo is going to be on all of these different things, like a jogging suit or a hoodie or a t-shirt. Not I got this image from somebody, but I'm putting it on this shirt and then I'm putting my tag on the back. No, that's not, to me, that's not a clothing line. Clothing line is, I'm gonna have my own logo or logos, and I'm gonna have it on all of these different types of clothing. I'm gonna have some tights, I'm gonna have t-shirt, I'm gonna have a hoodie, and it's gonna have that same, that's one part of it. But if you go and you get an image or some words, and then that's not your original content, but you putting it on the shirt or the hoodie, and you just putting your logo in the back. That's, to me, that's just me. That's just how I look at it. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. I'm just saying.
These are answers I need because I have a logo and I place it on clothes. And we're not saying not to do what you're doing. If what you're doing is working, continue to allow it to work for you.
Yeah.
This is in no way hate or shade. This is, we having a thought-provoking conversation. This is, we mix words with understanding. A lot of times we mix words with understanding. We'll say, hey, we're creating a brand, but we're talking about t-shirts. But if you do tumblers, you're creating a brand too.
You can have a tumbler with you're gonna put your logo on every. You can
brand that. You can brand that tumbler. Your work
is different.
Your work, your company should be the branded thing, not just the items. You're branding your work.
Yeah,
I think you would brand your work, not just. Now, if you want to do an apparel line, and you want to actually take
maybe that's what I should say, apparel line.
You want to do
an apparel line because you put it on different things.
You want to do an apparel line.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think too often a lot of people rush into an LLC, trademarks, copyright, etc. But it's so much that goes into it.
There's a lot that goes into it, and it's a crawl, walk, run type of thing.
It goes back to what I said before.
Yeah.
People are building their business backwards.
Backwards, yeah.
They'll go out there and they'll create something and they'll start branding it without even knowing if they can actually trademark it. Because once you start branding something and you can't trademark it, now you got to switch up.
Yeah.
Which ain't bad. Well, which is not impossible, but it ain't the greatest because now people know you for that check. And
I know it's so many people that's not even in their radar to go to that site to check to see if it can in fact be trademarked before you even start doing it.
And it ain't
but then now you've done all this stuff.
Yeah.
And you can't even trademark it because you didn't check to see before you got all these other things in place.
If it was already taken.
So now you got to go and you got to change up something. It's just costing you more. So we have to normalize in business or starting a business to do that first step. If you plan on, wanting to trademark, go and see if
check the name.
Check it.
Yeah.
To see if it can be done.
Yeah, your brand is your business.
Yeah.
And whatever comes out of your house, whatever comes out of that business house, that's your brand. I mean, but once again, Otis, people are not thinking like that because we're mixing words, we're mixing definitions,
and we're so much in a rush.
So
we're so much in a rush to do it.
So yeah, a lot goes into it, but it's yours. So what I would do is first see if I had time, because you're not gonna build no business overnight. If I could just go viral. If I could just get
ready to go viral?
If I could just get somebody famous to wear my stuff. Y'all keep on sending Deion Sanders y'all t-shirts, man. He gonna wear them. Ooh. He gonna wear them, and they gonna wear y'all behind out trying to get them. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, are we building a business or are we building a side hustle?
That whole thing about, you want to go viral so bad. I never forget when we first started the Blank Spot. We had these printers.
Oh gosh.
And it was this girl. She came all the way. She drove from Kentucky to get this wide format printer that we had.
Mind you, we're in South Carolina.
From Kentucky, y'all.
We're in Columbia.
And we was just like blown away, like, what the hey, you can't find a printer in Kentucky? Well, to come to find out, she had posted something on one of these platforms. She went viral
on TikTok.
And she sold thousands of this t-shirt.
Free Britney.
But she only had an 8.5-inch wide format printer.
Couldn't do big shirts.
And she could not find the printer in her area. So she just happened to find us on this platform. And she drove.
She probably could have found
all the way from Kentucky to get this printer. To get these shirts out.
She probably could have found it. She didn't know how to do a research.
She wasn't prepared to go viral.
She could have found it the same way we found it.
It was just funny. I would never ever forget that. I think we was 5 months into the Blank Spot. Roughly. I would never forget that. Yeah. I was like, wow. And so after she left, we just saw her just hustling, man.
It was following in, right?
She got the 2 hands trying to get all these shirts out. It was crazy.
Yes,
like, wow.
we do have a YouTube channel, y'all. We do have a YouTube channel. If you look up top and see our name, that's our YouTube channel, The Blank Spot.
So yeah, y'all look, y'all better be ready for that. I want to be viral. Y'all ready?
Research, man.
I'm telling you.
I guess it's learning how to research.
We coming to the blank spot talking about y'all got 5,000 shirts.
Yeah.
I just went viral.
I ain't gonna even entertain. Somebody hit us up.
Like, yeah, we got it.
Somebody hit us up and asked us, do we have 10,000 hand sanitizer
10,000.
keychains? And I ain't even answer.
They said y'all got 10,000 of these. No, but we know where you can get it from.
Yeah, Alibaba. Go ahead.
10,000.
Yeah.
Come on.
So learning how to do research is important. And I think school messed a lot of people up, man. I do. I think traditional education messed a lot of people up. And I don't want to clown anybody, but you know, we got to get out of that. We got to get out of that mindset of not thinking or being afraid to think outside of the box. We've allowed people to keep us in a box. I'm not trying to go viral, just regular daily sales. I don't want regular.
It's good.
I don't want regular.
Be ready for it.
I just ain't ready for it right now. Yeah.
Viral is good if you're ready for it. You ain't ready for it, you're gonna be messed up.
Is that Rebel Squad? Am I getting that right? Said I had a homie that went viral. He somehow forgot about Uncle Sam, and they came for theirs quickly.
Oh, they coming. You better be ready.
Now we don't do easy sublet over here, baby. We don't do easy sublet. This is HTV. This is printable vinyl. It's eco-solvent.
Eco-solvent print. But yeah, y'all be careful what y'all ask for. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is that Sharon, little sister?
Who that? That's Ashley. Yeah, that's Ashley. Hey,
what's
Ashley.
up? What's up, Sharon, little sister?
What's up, Ashley? But yeah, y'all be ready. Be ready for that viralness.
Make sure y'all drop y'all city and state when y'all pop in, man. It's kind of like coming into somebody's house, man. When you go on social media, it's like a little etiquette.
Like to see where y'all.
Yeah, we want to know. Yeah. Say hey, man. You know
who ready to go viral? Who on here? Who ready to go viral? I'm talking about who ready? Who ready to go viral? Put your hand down. Who on here ready to go viral? You got all this stuff ready.
You got your vendors, you got supplies.
You got your supply. You got everything you need in-house right now to go viral. And I ain't talking about like 50. I'm talking about like thousands of products.
Speak
Who
up.
Ready? Who ready?
Speak up. Speak up. I'm going to get you when I go to. Yeah, man.
Y'all better be ready. That's all I'm saying. Be
Sylvia
careful
say,
what y'all ask for.
Sylvia say, me? Okay. Let me know. Let me know how it work out. I'm with you.
Be careful what y'all ask for.
Listen.
There's nothing wrong with it, but just be ready.
Yeah.
All right?
And yeah, I mean, going viral, so y'all understand something, right? Going viral means getting sick. Do you want your business to catch a cold? Do you want your business to catch a virus?
I think we all do.
Yeah, but you got to be ready for it.
But we just got to be ready, y'all. We just got to be ready.
Thanks to you, Al. Yeah, well, listen. Positioning yourself by being able to receive the work.
Yep.
What we don't want to do is get all these orders and cannot fulfill them.
Exactly. So now how you going to look?
Yeah.
You don't want to look crazy like, oh, I bought this stuff and now this joker can't even fulfill it.
Yeah, y'all.
No,
when she
you
say
don't
joker,
want that.
when she say joker, she cussing, y'all.
That's my way of cussing.
That's an old lady cussing.
But yeah, this joker can't even give me my shirt. And I done bought it. Right?
Yeah, and so just think outside the box. Love JB3 Grand Rising. Let me know where you're coming in from. Just understand, we wish everybody the best.
Absolutely.
And as much success as you can stand, but just position yourself to accept the success.
Mm-hmm.
Position yourself to position yourself to accept the success. What you don't want to do is you don't want to get these jobs and you can't fulfill them. Yeah. Or you're walking around telling people that you can do something you can't do.
Oh, Lord. That's another thing.
Do you think?
Y'all stop coming asking me to do stuff and y'all trying to take the credit. Y'all telling people y'all doing it. Anyway.
Let me see. Fresh Prince says, do you think it would be a good starting point to make a few different designs and do you cut off a pop-up shop somewhere? I think that
I've done that before.
Yeah, I think that can be a good idea. I think before, I mean, it depends on how new you are.
Yeah.
If you're real new, then you may not be ready for that.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about the work. You may not be ready for the constructive criticism that you're about to get. People like kids, man, they mean.
Jokers is brutal. They can be brutal.
You know how little kids, I mean.
You know how the little kids, they tell you what they really feel.
People grow up and be like that for real. Let me see. That's exactly what we need. The truth about business.
Y'all know them little kids, they be,
Yeah, so
fat.
I'm not saying that it's a bad idea or Fresh Prince. What I would say is that, ask yourself, how much have you done? And old people too, yeah. How much have you done?
The babies and old people. Man.
How much have you done? How much have you created? Who have you shared it with? And are they giving you an honest opinion about your work? Mm-hmm. See, the reason why a lot of people won't share their work with people in the beginning because they can't take that constructive criticism.
Right. So that is important, guys. You have to have thick skin.
Yeah.
You have to be able to take that constructive criticism, right? You have to be able to take somebody saying, listen, that shirt is crooked. The words on it is crooked. I'm sorry.
Ask your teenager. Yeah, them kids tell the truth, man.
So you have to be able to have thick skin and to take that constructive criticism because it's only going to make you better. All right.
Reading these comments. Let me see. Networking is key. Got to keep criticism close.
Yeah.
It makes you better. Constructive criticism is either going to make you want to strive to be better, or you're going to get in your feelings and you're going to quit. And if you're going to get in your feelings and quit, you might as well stop now.
Listen, you're going to get in your feelings.
Yeah, but just
how you
receive it.
It's how you handle it and receive it afterwards. Because, you're going to get in your feelings. You're going to be like, what? That joker say that thing was crooked. And that ain't crooked. But then when you go back and look at it, be like, dang, it is crooked. It really is. And then you're going to do something about it, right? And you're going to make it better.
Yeah, it's not always hating. Say I do about 10 to 15 T a week. It's hard for me. So, yeah, you ain't ready to go viral yet.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't always hating. As a matter of fact, if we focus more on the message than how the message is being.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get it. We human.
And sometimes it can make you mad how that person say it, right?
Like this. Don't nobody want your brand.
Yeah.
But you keep on trying to create the brand instead of trying to build a business.
It can
the
make
business
you mad.
Is the brand.
It can make you mad how they say stuff. But
don't nobody want your apparel.
At the end of the day, you got to go back and look at it and be like,
don't nobody want your t-shirts, but you keep on making all these t-shirts with these logos on, Don't nobody want to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that tone. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? I say this a lot. When you at work, on the job, on somebody's clock, watch this. I learned this, right? This is 101 right here. You ready? This 101. When you at work, on the clock, when you at that job, and people say stuff that you don't like, people like your manager, your team leader, or your supervisor,
what y'all do?
And they say stuff you don't like, you get huffy and puffy, but you calm yourself down and you take it, right? Whether it's constructive criticism or not, you take it. But as soon as you start a business, you feel like you have the ability to have some say-so. The time to listen is when you start in your business, not try to do what you want to do. Gotcha. I'm just saying. We want to be in charge. We desire to be in charge and be our own bosses, but are we ready to be our own boss?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, guys, be willing to have that thick skin and take that constructive criticism. If somebody says that they don't like it, you ask them their opinion. They say they don't like it. It's trash. It's trash.
It may not. That just means that person may not. It could be that person ain't your customer. Or it looks good, but I wouldn't wear it.
Don't just go by what their opinion is. Get another opinion.
Do you realize that before Pepsi was able to compete with Coke, they have little sessions? the little round table, the mastermind sessions. They get people come in and they try to drink out and they check it out to see how it tastes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They taste test. Taste test. That's it. Let people taste test your stuff.
Yeah, let them taste test it, y'all.
Do a blind taste test. If it suck, it suck.
If you got 5 people that did that test, right?
And all of them say it suck.
And all of them say it suck.
You might want to go back to work.
You might want to rethink. You might want to rethink that thing.
Having fun, man.
I'm just saying, you might want to rethink it.
Now, building. If I could give anybody some advice, because Brandon and I talked about this yesterday. Don't just focus on creating a apparel line. If that's the case, if that's what you're gonna do and you're going all in and you can't make nothing, if you're making things and creating your apparel line, that's cool. But if your apparel line is not selling, then you gotta consider.
You gotta pivot.
Yeah, pivoting. Your brand is your business.
I mean, you gotta do something. You might have to do something different. If you can't get that brand out there like you want.
Say I would just say take your time when designing, friend. You know, that's how you respond. Hey, take your time when designing. Yeah. Yeah. Vicky. Hey, Miss Vicky, what's going on? Okay. So we about to slide on. I know D want to watch these it's
the hour in now.
We don't care about that stuff, man. That's entertainment. We looking to get educated. And you got
it's all good.
We get educated in this house.
All good.
So we're gonna be on tomorrow there go Ramon.
Uh-oh. Here come Ramon with that Raider Nation.
All right, bro. you know they moved. You know they're in Las Vegas, right? You know your state was so jacked up. Your city was so jacked up that they had to leave California to go to Las Vegas, right? I'm messing with you. What's going on, man? But yeah, we're gonna be on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're on every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. We are the Blanks spot on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. We got a lot of tutorials on there, a lot of videos, business content. Business content.
A lot of business stuff.
We have different playlists and stuff. Y'all can check that out. Free content. Go back and check it out. If it applies to you, inhale. If it don't, exhale. You know, this conversation that we had tonight was not for everybody. Okay, it wasn't. It was intended to add value to somebody's life, but it's not for everybody. You're gonna get started in business. Just consider how much time you have. If you don't have the time, then it may not be a good idea to do it. Okay, that's my thing. Other than that, I'm Eric.
I'm D, y'all.
And this is the Blank Spot Academy. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We'll see y'all at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom.
See y'all in the morning.
Peace.